Are there any areas in your life that you are neglecting? Very easy to do. As we pass through this life, pass through this world, things drop away, things change.
Hello, my name is Paul Harvey and I am a midlife coach, and you are listening to a life, passion and business shortcast. Now, over the last few years I have spoken to hundreds of people and I've discovered that our story is everything, because what we do, feel or experience is based on the stories that we tell ourselves. This shortcast is a bite-sized episode to explore the ingredients of a good life. We bring out the thoughts, tips and tools so you can try them on for size. So let's explore and see what is possible.
The point is, we allow things to change. We shift our priorities in life. In the coaching circle, there is various aspects or areas of our life that need to have our attention in order for us to have what could be defined of as a good life. So you're talking about finances, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about fun and joy, we're talking about health and fitness, we're talking about family, we're talking about all of the areas that make up a rounded human being. And it's so easy to put our attention in one place more than any other, because we are happy to risk or to sacrifice other areas of our life in order for something else. And it's those decisions that we make, those sacrifice decisions that we make, that effectively plan our life forward, that decide on the outcome that we're going to experience as we go forward. So the question is, how do we keep this stuff in balance? How do we determine whether we're putting enough effort or energy in any one particular place? That's for you to decide. That is the journey. That is this journey that we call life. Each of us has to make a choice where we put our lifespan, where we put our energy. But each of these areas will have an impact on us, impact on our success, impact on our future. Stephen Covey in the book 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, one of the chapters is about sharpening the saw. And that's about, if you want to cut a piece of wood or cut a lot of wood, you need to make sure you've got a sharp saw. So it's a strange analogy, isn't it, really? But the analogy there is, if you need help in a particular situation, you're going to need people to help you. But if you've got no one around you, because you've never cultivated people around you, or haven't cultivated that kind of person around you, then you won't have anyone to help you. That is sharpening the saw. This is particularly important for people who are a bit of a workaholic and tend to abandon their family in preference to work, and suddenly expect their children to be there years later when their children have moved on. Their children go, well, actual fact, I don't have a relationship with my father or my mother because they were always working. We hear that refrain quite a lot. So these are the points that I was just pointing out today. Is it's really worth doing a review of all the aspects and areas of your life and making some decisions about them. Are you happy with your relationships? Are you happy with how your career is working out, with how the finances related to that career are working out? Unless we review these things on a regular basis, there is no way that we can change them. Because without attention, without putting attention on them, nothing changes. Energy flows where attention goes. When we're not putting any energy there, not putting any attention there, nothing will change. It's a bit like, I use physical things quite a lot. Going to the gym, we've all done times in our life when being physically fit in the gym or doing some activity was important to us. And yet something shifted, something changed, and we stopped going. I stopped going to the gym during COVID, of course, like everyone else did. They weren't open. And I have never been back. Now, what I've done, I've found alternative ways of maintaining my health and fitness, which for me actually works better than going to the gym. So I'm never going to be muscle bound because that's not my body type. So I don't need to be moving big chunks of stuff around. But I also recognize that I didn't stay fit and healthy, and I found an alternative. An aspect in my life which I notice has waned over the last few years is this thing about fun and play. And I'm just starting again to re-look at this aspect, because I think we all need more play and fun in our lives. As adults, we tend to forget that, we tend to think that it's only children that play, but it's not. We all need a healthy dose of play. We all need to have this place of joy, this place of fun in our lives. You watch toddlers playing, they are having fun. They are so having fun. And yet we lose that capacity. We lose that capacity to appreciate it. So one of the tricks of appreciating this sort of stuff, or in anything in life, is to really review it on a regular basis. Fun is one of those things you need to review daily. Where did I have fun today? And how can I create more of it? That's a nice thing to think about, isn't it? Where did I have fun today? And how can I create more of it? When you're looking at things like finance and relationships, that's a different aspect. That takes a little bit more planning, a little bit more thought. All of these things can change for the better when we put our attention on them. So that was just my point today. I was just suggesting to you, do a review. Where are you in all the aspects of your life that you want? Are you where you want to be in those aspects of life? I mean, it's called a coaching circle. You can find it online anywhere. And the idea is you rate it between 1 and 10. And if anything's less than a 5, it definitely needs your attention. Anyway, it's a little short one today as I am travelling, and it was just something I wanted to catch up with you. If you want to know more about this topic, do check out the website lifepassionandbusiness.com, where you'll find coaching resources there. As always, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Thank you for your time and attention. I will catch you next time. All the best.